Look! The armor's changing!
What's up, fellow collectors? P-Rock's a little back again for another review, and today we're taking a look at the Pop-Up Parade L, I guess the L stands for large, Max Factory Guts Berserker Armor Statue. Now, I've never bought from this company before. You guys know I'm a huge Berserk fan. I just came across this piece when I was shopping at Big Bad Toy Store. Just saw the piece there. This is the pose I would love to get my 3-0 Guts Berserker Armor into. He can get the pose done with the lower body and the arms, but just the head and neck portion doesn't really bend that far down and kind of look good without detaching also. So when I saw this right here, and the fact it has light up eyes. Now the eyes do have some kind of weird battery I never used before, like a kind of light up like LED I never used before. I did see on Amazon that they are available to purchase, and they're pretty inexpensive, so I will be picking that up. I didn't get one in time for the review because I thought it came with the batteries and the LED, but it did not. But man, look at this piece right here. I cannot wait to get this inexpensive statue open and have a full feral Guts Berserker Armor representation in my collection finally. Oh my god. And oh, I can't wait. All right, let's get this review started, man. I need to get this out the box already. Dale.
Tequila.
So let's look at the box first. Now the box is a little bit smaller, so I'm thinking this is supposedly 12 inches tall when you put it together. I'm hoping there's two pieces in here you put together, because if you look at the picture here, this is what it's supposed to look like. It has the pillar that he basically stands on or crouches on top of. So the way this box size is more longer, so I'm hoping there's two pieces in there so I can have a good presence. But let's look at the side. You got the legal information right here. Max Factory, Pop-Up Parade, Parade Large. You got the little smile there. That's from the Good Smile company. Same company that does Max Factory. That works with Max Factory to do the Figma figures, the 1/12 scale figures I do collect. Get a cool picture here of the figure from the backside. Get a nice picture right here of how it would look with the light up eyes, and I cannot wait to. I have to order that piece on Amazon today. Hopefully it'll come in soon, and when it does come in, I will either do a YouTube short or a Instagram reel or something with updated footage of the eyes lit up. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the other side. You get a nice little picture here. Now this box does pick up fingerprints pretty easily, so I don't like that at all. Up here you get a nice picture of the statue right there. Same thing, Pop-Up Parade. And that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this nice little statue out the box. Okay, so I was wrong. So once you get the statue out the box, let's move the box out the way. This is what you're greeted with. You got the clamshell right there, and the statue is already assembled. The only thing that doesn't come assembled is the swappable head, the light up feature, and then the sword, the Dragon Slayer sword. Everything's wrapped up there, so it is put together. So it is somewhat a little smaller, but hey, I like the way it looks so far. Let's get that plastic out and see how this statue looks in fine detail. There we have Guts Berserker Armor laid out with the few pieces it does come with. It is a statue, so I was not expecting a bunch of accessories to swap out parts. So, of course, let's take a look at Guts first. And look at the detail. Let me put my brightness a little bit brighter just to get this pure detail on this armor. Look at the eyes. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Look at this, man. See the detail across. This is Guts is Berserker armor. Is one of the best armors. Like, I freaking love this armor. Like, just the detail on the actual armor across the whole armor. And I love the fact that they got all of that sculpted on this tiny piece. The different colors of the cape right here. As you can see, definitely weathered, brown, dirty. He's been through a lot of stuff, man. This Gut, I feel bad for Guts, man. This dude's been through a lot. All he wants to do is have his life back to normal with Casca and stuff, and he can't even have that, man. So, my boy Guts, man, I feel for you, bro. I feel for you, man. But look at that cape. At the same time, too, I can't feel for you. When you look this damn cool, I ain't feeling sorry for you. I'm actually jealous. But in the pillar, even the pillar looks pretty good. See the detail on that pillar right there? The cracks in there. You can see even the detail to his feet with the armor. The crotch area, the thighs, the cape flapping there. Oh, wait, let me zoom in. There we go. Look at that. Look at the way that cape just flaps against that pillar. And this is just a small statue, man. This is just a small sample of something that I can get into. I definitely want to pick up a Prime 1 Studios Guts Berserker Armor statue. They had one a few years back that I definitely wanted to pick up, but then it sold out. So they have a new one now. I'm not too fond of the pose. That's the one thing in statues. Like, you could wait on statues. At least in my opinion, I don't have many, so I can't say I'm a professional at the statues. But if I wouldn't buy a statue if I'm not like completely content with the pose. So I'm gonna hold out to Prime Studio. I know they're gonna do more Guts statues in the future, so I'm gonna hold out until I have one, something like this, or just something more that I want. Man, look at this detail. Woo! Look at my boy Guts. All right, so he does come with the swappable upper portion of the helmet, the mask, or whatever you want to call it. And this is the one that has the light up feature. So in the instructions, it says it uses a Mist Light 316R. Never bought one of those before, but it's like one of those little, it's like a little lightsaber type hilt that you would slide into. If you can see it right there. Let's see if you can see it. There's a small little hole right there. And basically you slide it in right there. I've never dealt one of these type of LEDs, so I'm not sure if it lasts long at all, or if it's like Hot Toys where they just basically die out quick. But definitely want to try this. I'm going to look at Amazon to put that light in there. I definitely want to get some pictures or videos with that light in there. Oh my God. Woo! All right. So now the Dragon Slayer, the sword. This is the infamous sword that made me fall in love with Guts as a kid. I remember, what was it, a Dreamcast game where they had the game for this, and this dude had this sword, and that was a bloody game, and I was like, who is this guy? And I started like watching the animes and reading the mangas. So this is just like the three. Well, none of the 3 zone doesn't have this, but like the Figma ones. I'm sorry. So this kind of makes sense because it's the same company. So the Figma Guts Berserker armor, when he takes a sword, the hilt actually does attach just like this, and you basically just slide that right into the hand like this, and then put the other end of the hilt in there. And there you go. You have him holding the sword. So this is definitely a cool feature. I love when companies do stuff like this because sometimes, well, I mean, this is statues. I would understand that because statues you can't pry or heat up the hands to kind of get the hands open to slide that in. But with the statue, with the figures, I love they do that because I hate prying those hands open. Happy they did this with a statue. Makes it so simple and so easy to set up. The paint on this, I gotta admit, it's okay. The silver could have been a little bit better. Could have been a little more metallic look. I mean, on camera it looks nice, but in hand it's not that good. So that's the only negative I see so far with the statue. All right, so this is basically a statue. Can't do a lot of poses, so I'm just gonna go ahead, jump right into the final pose. Actually, I'll probably do a quick size comparison, real quick, just so you can see how big the statue is. So there you have the statue on the actual base. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna bring in 2 figures, just a quick size comparison. One 1/12 scale, one 1/6. And of course, they're both going to be Berserker figures. So the first one I'm going to bring in is the Figma 1/12 scale Guts Black Swordsman. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in the 3/0 Guts Berserker armor with the exclusive head sculpt on. Oh, gotta watch out that sword. I forgot about the sword. All right, so I got to put them sideways so that sword's hitting that back. So there you go. 1/12 scale, 1/6 scale. Good idea if you decide to pick up this nice little, I admit, this is a small statue, man, but the detail of the statue, and if for Berserker armor, like fan, I can fully understand, why other people may skip on this because it is pretty small, but I'm telling you right now, the detail on this and the price for it. I know right now Big Bad Toy Store has it for, I think, $95, but when it first was announced, it was only $80. So I'm not that sure if that was a mistake on Big Bad Toy Store because when I pre-ordered it, it was $80. And then when it released, they bumped the price up to $95. So not bad for $80 piece. And it fits perfect with my other Berserk stuff. All right, let's do the final thought and that final pose. And there we have Guts Berserker armor fully assembled on the base, on the pillar, sword in hand. Unfortunately, no light up feature eyes on just yet. I will get that in the future. But this piece right here, man, wow. Like, I keep saying it's a small piece, but for such a small piece, the detail on there, this is a good, almost perfect representation of the Berserker armor that I would love to have in my display. I'm happy I picked this up Yes, the size can be an issue for some people, but if you're like me, where you're not really into the statue lines just yet, this is a good stepping stone right here. This is a good way to get your feet into the pool, get kind of familiar with the statue, and then, displaying it too, because this is, if it falls or comes out, breaks or something like that, not too much of an expensive piece, so I won't be bothered as much. It'll give me practice, like if I have to ever buy a statue and glue a piece back together. This will give me a little bit of practice with that, so I don't mind at all. But I'm such a Berserk fan that I had to get this piece right here, man. This is gonna be a nice little display on my desk, so when I stream or even when I'm editing videos, I got this piece right here to keep me motivated and just to keep going right there, because this is the freaking man in my collecting life right here, next to Godzilla, obviously. But this piece, if you're on the fence for this, I'm telling you right now, if you're a Berserk fan, I would say definitely get it. Not, like I said, I'm not familiar with the pop-ups, so I'm not sure if they tend to sell out quick or if they have a good reputation for selling out. Don't know yet. I will find out, but hopefully you were lucky to get this for the $81 if you did pick it up at Big Bad Toy Store. Hopefully you didn't have to pay the $95. But if you did pay $95, I still think it's worth the $95 in the long run, because that pose right there, like I said, not many of the figures can get that pose, and it's not that big of a piece that's going to take up so much space in your collection, or if you're limited on space, it's not going to take up too much space. So it's definitely a good representation, and you can have it almost anywhere. You can even take it to your office. You want to work in the office, have this little display right here in your office. Looks good, not heavy at all. Some of the plastic is a little bit bendable. I wouldn't recommend bending it, but that helps me feel a little more like assured that, if it falls over, if my son knocks it over, I won't be, it probably won't break. And like I said, if it does, I'm not gonna be mad, because it's gonna be good practice for me. Training wheels in a way. But all right, collectors, I really hope you enjoyed this piece. If you're on the fence for it, for Berserk fans, definitely pick it up. If you're not on the fence and you weren't, I'm happy you checked the video out to look at this nice little piece right here. And this will definitely be on my desk and definitely push me to get the Prime 1 Berserker Armor Guts figure, or statue, I'm sorry, whenever they come out with a newer version with a different pose. All right, so if you enjoyed this review, please hit that like, subscribe button, click that bell notification, and as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale.